Hey friends, welcome to Flite Test Tech. I'm Josh. Today we're going to be showing you how to trim and tune your FT Aura Lite board. And you're noticing I'm not outside yet. That's because a lot can be done right here on the bench before you go outside. Typically when you build a new airplane, you're going to have controls that maybe aren't quite right. We're going to go ahead and before we take it outside, we're going to make sure specifically on this Nano Goblin, we're going to make sure that items like reflex and maybe where the ailerons are positioned are as close to where the manual says it should be before we take it out to fly for the first time. Now that's really easy to do. All we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and power this up. Transmitter's on first. We're going to let it link. There we go. Now you can see that my throws and everything are correct. We covered that in the previous video here, but let's just kind of make something up here. Imagine our aileron was actually down, but we wanted a couple degrees up. The way we'd address this is we'd simply go into our sub trims and we'd move our sub trims until we got it where we wanted. Now in this case I want a little bit more up than that because the reflex should really be about the thickness of this elevon above here. And that's where I want to start. And these are so minute on this one, I am actually able to just simply use my trims and not have to go into any kind of programming. You know, that looks pretty close to where I like it. Now typically whether it's a flying wing or whether it's a conventional airplane, I would go to my ailerons, I would go to my elevator, and I go to my rudder and make sure that they're all neutral. In other words, that they're not deflecting up or down, or in this case, you know, inducing a bank here. We want everything to be tried and true. Now that we have this basically where I really think it's probably as good as it can be, I'm gonna go ahead and put my attention towards my board. I have all my trim settings here. You can see that I've kind of moved my trim around, as you see here. I'm going to put my focus on the trim button. The trim button is the one that's closest to the edge of the board. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a series of 3 presses. The first press, we'll put it into trim mode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That slow flashing blue light means you're now in trim mode. Our next press is actually going to lock in the settings that we put on our transmitter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you notice that little tiny click, that's actually where it loaded all the presets here. And at this point, what we can do is we can move all of our trims back to 0. Let's go ahead and do that right now. There's that one. And there's that one. Perfect. Now, with all my trims back to 0, if you take a look, you're gonna notice that my ailerons are not only level, but also I had that slight amount of reflex already dialed in. That's exactly what I want. So now that we have it locked in, we're gonna go ahead and exit our trim mode by pressing that trim button one more time for about 5 seconds. There we go. When we release, you're gonna see it's rapid blue. That means it's rebooting. And our trims are all locked in here. Oftentimes when you do lots of adjustments like the trim adjustment, it's a good idea to cycle your battery just to give the board a nice clean reset. At this point, we're ready to go out and fly this. Before we go out, this exact same process of what we did here on the bench is what we're gonna be doing outside. The first thing we do when we take this plane up and fly it, we're gonna trim it out for the desired cruising flight that we want. Cruising flight is basically where the plane has the speed that you want, it's maintaining altitude, and you're gonna wanna trim it for nice level flight. So if you take your hands off the stick without any gyro help, it's gonna naturally kind of cruise forward the best it can. At that point, once you have that trim, you're gonna land and you're gonna repeat these exact steps. The second adjustment feature we're gonna be doing is we're gonna also be doing the exact same process, but this time for 6-axis. What this will be doing is actually not corrected for the servos, but correct for any kind of imperfections in the angle of the board. Say your board's just slightly angled differently, when you go into 6-axis mode, it's gonna try to make that board level, which may pitch your plane up, down, left, or right. We wanna go ahead and trim that out. And in this case, the way we're gonna trim that out is by landing in our 6-axis mode, and without going outside that mode, we're gonna repeat that trim setup, and then that's specifically gonna dial in the angle of your board to be 0. Let's go out and give it a try. All right, friends, we're outside. Same rules apply whenever you're flying, whether you have gyro stabilization or not. You wanna make sure your plane's CG is proper. You wanna make sure you're launching into the wind, fully charged battery. Everything we talk about in quick tips for a successful first flight, you wanna do that. We have our plane here. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put it up in the air and I'm gonna launch it. Now it's up to you whether you're an experienced pilot or not, whether you use gyros or not. In this case, I'm gonna go ahead and launch it in 3-axis gyro mode, like that. We can also use something called launch assist. And for launch assist, what we do is we hold it down on the ground for about 5 or 6 seconds with no movement. We then take our control stick, we move it to the lower left-hand corner, until we see a reaction from our control. And the way you'll know you're in launch assist is that the actual control surfaces are always wanting to make the plane bank up to about a 30-degree angle. Now you can adjust your launch assist to be steeper or less steep based on your flying area, but you got to go into a computer to do that. This is automatically default for about 30 degrees right here, and frankly it was specifically designed for launching wings, so this should be really fun. Let's go ahead and do that right now. We'll give it full throttle. I'm not even touching it right there. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my gyros off, and what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and adjust the plane to fly nice and level. So I need a little bit of right. There we go. Just take your time, fly it. Fly it into the wind with the wind. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to land it, and we're gonna lock in those trims, and then we're gonna do the same process for 6-axis. There we go. Let's go ahead and lock in those trims. All right, I'll put down my transmitter real quick. Same process as before as what we did inside. We're gonna hold down to enter trim mode, press down the trim button for about 5 seconds till you see that blue light. There's that slow flashing blue light. It means it's now in trim mode. One more time, we're gonna go ahead and lock in those settings. There we go, we just locked in those settings. I can now take my transmitter, I can put it back to 0, which I'm gonna go ahead and do. There we go. And there we go, and everything else is set. And now I'm going to go ahead and exit trim mode by one long press on the trim button again. Release. Rapid flashing blue light means we're exiting trim mode. It's reinitialized. It's always a good idea after you make adjustments like this just to give it a battery cycle, allow it to fully reboot and reset. We're ready for another launch. Now this time when I take it up, I'm going to go ahead and fly it around in 6-axis mode. I'm going to trim it in 6-axis mode, then I'm going to land it, and without changing modes, I'm going to go ahead and redo this. What this is going to do is actually level out the board to make sure that it's not kind of making it always climb or dive. This will really help you when you go from, say, 3-axis mode to 6-axis mode. You don't have any kind of pitch changes and stuff. Another really important thing is once you have trims set on your radio, you won't be able to do launch assist. So it's really important you lock those trims in your control board, because you may say, why is my launch assist not working? It's most likely because you have some kind of trim input. If you had to trim it later on for any kind of reason, lock those in, get your transmitter back to 0 so you get the full functionality. Now once again, we're going to go ahead and do a battery cycle. Alright, let's go ahead and put it back in launch assist mode. Back on the ground. Wait for about 5 or 6 seconds. Down to the left, wait for the reaction. And there it is. Let's go ahead and launch it again. Ready? There it is. I'm in 3-axis mode flying, and it is perfect. It's just like it was before, all trimmed up, except now I'm in 0, everything's good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and switch into 6-axis mode. So I can already see that my plane wants to turn left. I need to give right input. There we go. And it's really important with 6-axis specifically that you trim it up in cruise speed. That feels good right there. All right, she's up a nice little speck here, but she's flying hands off. Let's go ahead and land it. Our goal is to actually write profiles for the planes we know and love, and definitely the Nano Goblin is one of them. So what we'll be doing here is if we can tune this and optimize it even better, you're gonna get that tuned and you can load that profile. There we go. I hit the staple. Same process before, let's lock in the trim. Okay, so same process. Once again, I cannot stress enough, we're in 6-axis mode. That's position number 1 if you're following along with me in the setup video. So we haven't moved it from 6-axis. We're gonna hold down, enter it in. One more press, lock it in. There we go. And then we'll go back to 0. And then we'll exit. Oh, my fingers are frozen. There we go. Let's cycle the power on our batteries now. What do you say, one last flight?
Yep.
Yeah? All right. Down on the ground. Launch assist mode. Alright, let's fly around. We'll check all 3 of our modes again. Alright, so we have a good windy day here. Let's go and do some nice smooth passes. Now of course, the yaw's not going to go away. Wind's going to still hit me on the yaw, but look how smooth that is. Just out of the box. All right, one of my favorite things to do here, I'm just gonna keep slowing it down and make those gyros really work here. Pull up, and she's just holding beautifully. Awesome. All right, we're all set. Once again, we did this on a wing here, but the process is the exact same whether you're flying a conventional airplane with ailerons and elevators and rudders. You're gonna trim this up the exact same way and lock it in. Friends, thanks for being part of the Flite Test family. Make sure you check out our other links all around the FT Aura and its setup here, especially the ones where we're downloading profiles. If you really want to go that extra step to have an amazing tune or make a tune yourself, we're going to guide you through on that step by step as well. We'll see you next time.